there are a lot of benefits that you can get for riding long distance. So one of the reasons is the fun side, that you can spend more time on your saddle since you love to ride your bike so much. So you can spend a lot of time with people that you are comfortable to be with, and you can go to places and see beautiful things along the way. So for health reasons like losing weight, this is also a good activity to burn more calories, and of course, the main reason of most cyclists, which is building and improving endurance. However, riding long distances is not that easy or just having fun all the way. There are a lot of things that can happen during the ride, and of course, we need to consider your fitness, mechanical trouble along the way, and of course, you want to sustain the pace of the group and you don't want to ride carrying that guilt that you are causing the delay. But don't worry, because we have some few tips that you might need or remember on your next long ride. Welcome back guys, and in today's ride we will cover a total of 100 kilometers, and the first tip that I want to share is to start slow. So try to ride at a very comfortable pace for like 3 to 5 kilometers. This will become your warm up to slowly raise your heart rate, warming those cold muscles to prepare them for a long labor later. So the last thing that you want to do is to start fast and become exhausted in the middle of the ride. By the way, fueling your ride is also very important since long rides usually take 3 hours or more. So you need to make sure that the fuel in your tank is enough to complete the ride. Personally, I still prefer carbs since for me this is the most effective source of energy. Maybe soon we'll have a separate discussion on how to properly load carbs before doing an activity like this. Remember earlier that I mentioned that there are a lot of things that can happen in a long ride, and the most common is getting a flat tire. So if this happened to you, try to get the attention of the rider in front. And during this time, the rider that get a flat tire is behind me, and this rider in front are not aware. So since I was the one who noticed it, of course, I need to catch their attention also.
Flat, flat, flat.
As much as possible, guys, ride with a maintained pace, and if you can stay in the aerobic pace, that is much better. So at this moment right here, another rider maybe got bored or something and decided to do a breakaway. So supposedly we'll just ignore him. However, the competitive side of my fellow rider got switched on, and before we know it, we are already chasing that rider who did the breakaway. So this is one of the things that I want you to avoid during long ride, which is going over your threshold or going to anaerobic pace. And if you notice guys, we are doing rotation so that the pace will be maintained. So as I can remember, the rider in front will do a 30 pedal stroke before the rider behind will take his position. So this is one of the strat that cyclists do if they want to maintain the pace or chasing a breakaway. Just as we caught up with the one that did a breakaway earlier, another flat tire happened. So at this point, maybe we still have 16 kilometers left before the turning point. So try to notice this guys, it's so timely that there is a store where we stop to change inner tube. So while waiting, you want to take advantage of this precious time to grab a snack to make sure that you will not run on empty. Minor mech issues might occur anytime, but it will really have a negative impact on your riding experience. So like this one, this is just a minor seat clamp trouble. The bolt can't be tightened anymore since it's a loose thread, so you should have an initiative if you don't have any spare. And of course, the motivation of your fellow cyclist is a plus. Another unexpected event, just a kilometer away from our turning point, the weather suddenly changed and the heaven just pours down on us. So a lot of us are bringing our phones when we ride for emergency reasons or for taking memories along the way. So just make sure that you seal it in a waterproof case or a small plastic bag will do. So by the way, taking a break halfway also need to be considered. So use this to refuel, check your bikes, and you can also share experiences with your fellow cyclists regarding your ride while enjoying a cup of coffee or taking your favorite energy treats. One of my favorite things during breaks is listening in the conversation of those competitive cyclists. Some topics are serious, some are for fun, and there are also stuffs that we call trash talk.
Kita na kamalagas din.
Wala ni, may tulog pang bayan. Diyan. Tulog, pagkakataon naman.
Kakamula. Nga lang ko champion yung pamali si tanong mo. O yung kita ka, gara. Basta mga hindi lit, walang papanakpak. Wala naman ko bigla panumpak.
Kung ano ka lang yung mo, ito lang yung news. Nagdapal ka na.
Sa Don Salvador, bagay, ako yung champion sa trail run man. Pamawan sa burger ni Rampo.
Champion na ka na eh?
Oo. Nagtalang ang ngayon. Libot-libot na sa baba.
Just right before we leave and complete the remaining half of the ride, there is a vulcanizing shop at the store where we took our break. So just a tip, if you had a flat tire earlier, take advantage of filling your tire with air from a compressor machine. So sometimes the air that you pumped from a hand pump can be less due to some factors like it's really exhausting to manually pump air, especially if you reach the 70 psi and above. Alright, so time to go home guys, and joining us here is an elite rider, has won many races. It may be individual, team, mountain bike races, or road bikes. So maybe soon we'll try to feature him on this channel for us to know him better. So but for now, let's go back to our ride, and this is one of the lousy things about riding in the rain because it is messy, your bike and its components become filthy, and of course you need to be more focused and careful because some part of the road will be a little slippery. Try to notice their cadence guys. If you can see, the rider's cadence on the MTB is faster compared to the road bike because of the gear ratio. So even if they are using the same 11 teeth cog at the rear, it's the chain ring that makes the difference. So the MTB is using a 46 teeth chain ring and the road bike is on the big ring at 50 teeth. So that is why it is more harder to spin. One more thing, when riding on the city roads or highways, there are some disadvantages like more traffic and people are always in a rush, and sometimes they may not notice small vehicles on the way. So as a cyclist, you also need to be defensive, keep your cool, and of course be alert and double your focus when you ride. we are at about 90 kilometers at this point. The weather has become more friendly. The riders are at good condition, doing a steady pace, and then suddenly, the curse of the dreaded flat tire is not over yet. So another advice, guys, of course you can't deny the fact anymore that the momentum of the ride will be affected. So try to fix your tire as fast as you can. So what I did here is I tried to find a shade right away, and luckily we have that across the road. And even if we are unlucky to have this trouble, it is so timely that there is another store that we can grab a cold drink since the heat is starting to pick up. So make sure also, guys, that you have your own kit for repair. It's okay if you are riding with a group, since you can just borrow some tools or borrow a spare tube. Alright, so that's it for today, guys, and I hope that you have some takeaways that you can use on your next long ride. So please subscribe to this channel as well to help this channel grow, and you might want to share this to someone you know that might find my content helpful. So please tap that bell button as well so that you won't miss any of my uploads. So thank you again, guys, for being so amazing and watching this video till the end. Remember to stay fit, stay safe, and see you on the road.